Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Klipper Golf Course. I'm here with the coach again. Coach. All right. So, Coach, Bernhard Langer. Bernhard Langer. Every time I see him, he reminds me of you.
Oh. Well, we have something in common.
Yes.
We were poor putters many years ago, and he and I both were some of the first. We're about the same age. He cross-hand putted way back in the early 90s, late 80s, first of anybody, I think, on tour. And that was considered like a huge flaw in your putting if you had to go and do something to get rid of the yips, per se. That was it. And then from there, that changed his putting. You know, I've been thinking about this for a couple of days because you asked me to bring this up with you. Of all things, Bernhard Langer has changed that's made him this successful year after year, hands down, is his putting. His putting is incredible. His routine, the change of putter length, the way he holds the putter, the way he reads the greens, how methodical he is, that has changed. His golf swing is simple. It creates a little lag and download. It comes in shallow. He's very disciplined about his health, his spiritual background, and his surroundings. So he's got the recipe for success, and it's not necessarily random. It's well controlled. He has what I consider the acronym luck, labor under controlled knowledge. He knows what he's capable of, and he knows what he's not capable of, and he doesn't reach beyond his boundary of not capable. His swing is within himself. He maintains his health. He did have a couple issues a year ago at the championship, or two it is, little back thing, but he worked that out.
Well, he was injured earlier this year.
Yeah, again.
And he still ended up recovering and winning the last tournament of the season or something like that.
Right.
He just won.
Right.
But
yeah, he won the last tournament of the season, which is the Cup. You know, it's their final tournament, the Charles Schwab Cup.
Crazy.
And that's probably the most challenging tournament of all because all the best players are there.
Yeah.
The highest money is paid out. You know, he's a disciplined athlete from the beginning. He was a football player in Germany, so he has the structure for keeping the body ready for physical performance. He has that. The mind doesn't get talked about enough. The golfer winning mind. Where does that come from? And just to get off the subject a bit, when I was winning quite a bit at one time, and I asked the guy who was caddying for me, who was also a pro, after that experience was over a few years later, and I said, what was my best asset? He says, your mental. And I went, I was looking for something else. I was like, what?
Yeah.
He says, your mental game was better than everybody else. And I didn't understand that. I wanted to hear something about my swing position, about the distance, the range of dispersion on the greens, the putting, but it was the mental stuff. And I think Bernhard has that mental toughness. Now, I do have to mention that he also kind of controls his environment. He'll slow down the groove to go through his processes, which I appreciate the other golfers allowing that. They understand he's a champion. They're trying to learn from him how to become so successful continuously year after year. 18 years, right, in a row?
Right.
With a win?
Right, 18 years.
And what he shoot his age the last time out in the last round.
Insane.
And that's what they were complimenting him for, too. But you and I know professional golfers learn a lot from professional golfers. We play only with them. So we're constantly watching what works, what's working better than us, and what's not. So we can maintain the right skill set by seeing it active daily in our environment. We're not exposed to weaknesses as much of the outside amateur trying to change the swing every 3 or 4 weeks because this new thing is on the trend. So that's also beneficial. He's never left the season. He's stayed around. He's watched the new guys come in, the younger guys come in, and what they bring. And but he stayed true to his form, true to his spiritual background, and I say this to his form physically. He doesn't change a thing. And I think for me to watch some of his fairway medals and some of his hybrids, let alone his iron shots, it's like, where did that come from? And there's no extra speed in the swing. So that's the tempo rhythm that is elusive in most golfers, from day to day, week to week, from championship to championship.
Yeah, he's kind of like an Iron Man, you know. He's just like a machine out there.
And it comes from, you know, his upbringing, and I think from his professional, you know, football playing. If he, I don't know if it was pro, it might have been semi-pro, but that also carried into his discipline with golf, and his ability to, I want to say, morph into the new method necessary to win.
Nice.
And with mainly with the putter.
Okay. Well, okay, let's talk about the putter. You said Bernhard Langer may have been the first one to go left-hand low?
Yes.
Well, do you remember when I think he was the first one to arm lock, right, on the PGA Tour?
Yep.
Well, guess what? Did you know that he learned that when he was here in Hawaii at the Hawaiian Open?
No, I didn't.
He played in a Pro-Am with a young kid named Damian Jamila.
Oh, I know him well.
Damian Jamila was arm locking before Bernhard Langer.
Did Casey Nakama teach him that?
I think his dad Andy invented it.
Okay.
Because his dad Andy and him would practice at Olamana every day.
I used to play with him.
Because I used to go out there and practice too. That was my first job, working at Olamana Golf Course back in 1985.
Wow.
But Damien was doing that every day on the putting green, putting the lights out. So folks, go check us on that. Go comment in the comment section. Let us know if we're right. Was Bernhard Langer the first one to arm lock on the PGA Tour? And did he learn it from Damian Jamila at the Hawaiian Open Pro-Am back in the day? All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Aloha, and we'll see you at the Klipper.